What up? What up? What up? What up, man? It's your boy Anthony Ant Williams up in here one more again. This is the Lived Experience Zone. This is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be proud in it. Man, I'm happy to be back on the air. Man, got a most special guest for y'all, man. One of my boys, man, out here. We out here in Dago representing LA. You know what I'm saying? We just out here enjoying the weather out here, and you know, it's just brother right here. Don't even need no intro. Most definitely, first time I met him, I think we might have been on some jet skis or some shit, man. First time I met you, or maybe downtown or something. I don't remember, man. You
Yeah,
remember?
no, yeah, I'll be on those jet skis a lot though. Y'all be on the jet skis a lot. So I did bump into you one time before y'all jumped on the jet skis, but then I couldn't. I'm always on the run, so I had to bounce and go to something else. Um, Dang, when was the first time? It might have been talking with the first 50 with the kids
Oh, good
at the
one.
convention center. Yeah,
Yeah, real talk. You
yeah,
right, you
yeah.
right. Because that's when I was like, okay, because yeah, all right, you most definitely right with that. All right, y'all, man, it's my boy KB up in here. Let me get KB introduce himself. I ain't gonna even tell y'all what's going on. I just want to say, man, like buckle, just fasten your seatbelt, enjoy this ride. Like we gonna have a conversation just about y'all know the lived experience zone is about adversity, resiliency, and just giving people the mic. Like you know what I'm saying, give the people the mic, let them talk about whatever it is they want to talk about. Like I'm just here. And I just have the privilege of being in this space with my brother and being an opportunity to try to like make sure that he get his message out on whatever that may be. You know what I'm saying? And my brother got a path, from servitude that I want to most definitely give him an opportunity to like share that and what that looked like. So without further ado, KB, I'm gonna throw the mic to you, man. Introduce yourself to the people, man. What's up with you, man?
Man, what's going on, man? What's going on, man? First and foremost, man, thank you for having me on your platform. We're supposed to do this for a minute, you know. We finally uh, got it together, man. Did some ran some tests and stuff, and said we gonna set some time aside, man. Glad to see that you staying busy, and everything you do. Congratulations on everything you're doing and pushing forward and putting that information out to people that need to know about what you have going on with the program, and then with your program, and also with this podcast. Um, Me checking it out, that's not you sending that link. Is I'm checking it out to see the people you have on their stories. So there was some interesting stories. So I I, I push you to keep doing what you're doing. Push you to keep doing what you're doing.
Appreciate it.
Like you said, man. Thank you for the kind words. I said I'm KB. Uh, we talked about San Diego a little bit. I feel like I'm a San Diegan. Even though I'm originally from Inglewood, California, I feel like I'm a San Diego because I've been here off and on over 20 years. So I've been in Dago for since like '01. Yeah, yeah. And then it's funny because that's around the time my naval career started. So started in the 2000. I was in Dago in 2001, and like you said, we met at the convention center, and then that's why I knew what type of time you was on because for the people that don't know, your story is likewise like matching with people I grew up with, at least a couple, and it's trippy to think, you look at yourself, and I'm looking at you, and I say, man, put together, gentlemen, you know what I'm saying, uh, making moves, always staying busy, that type of thing, going to school, educated, pushing hard on that education. But if you look into the past, you had a extended period of time behind that still. So man, thinking about that is kind of surreal when like me and you chopped it up. We had two different paths. Like that we had the Navy. I did like 20 plus years in, and then you had with that system you did 20 plus years in, and now we meet up at the convention center, and we both got the knowledge, and we both got the experience to try to drop gems to the young men from different angles, and then me and you talk, and then we say, man, I'm talking to you. I was like, man, you from Watts? I'm from Inglewood. Okay, I'm listening to you. Listen to your story. I was like, okay, he went with the situation. You know what I'm saying? And then now with being with the business, you coming out and you trying to better yourself and better people around you, and I just felt that, man. I felt that real like connection right away, bro. So, um, you always like since that day, man, you always got that energy, that positive, about you, and I think that's to be applauded, man. That's to be applauded for real.
Man, likewise, bro. I promise you. Like, now you took me way. I didn't even. See, that's what I like about the podcast, bro. Like, it's so organic and it ain't scripted. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
you took me back, and while you was talking, I was like reenacting that moment that we was sitting there talking, and the boy Zach Brewster, shout out to you, First 50. He was doing this thing. He was like, man, come down to the convention center. Like, I got this thing for the kids. I'm pulling in some people, and we end up sitting at the same table and we was like talking.
Yeah.
So I'm already kind of envisioning, like, wow. I'm like, okay, I knew it was something because, like you say, like, real respect, real game, or respect game, and we can recognize
Mm-hmm.
that we just cut from the same cloth in so many different areas. I was like, wait a minute. I'm like, bro, with the business, like his story, I promise you, the same exact thought, and God is my witness. Like, it was like I was thinking the same thing, like how much I honor the people like you who we was on the same path, and you made that one choice to go a different route and then went a different
Mm-hmm.
way, which I honor and respect too. But it's like we met at that conjunction where it's like, damn, we
Right.
both got two angles to give, to give the youngsters, you know what I'm saying, or give anybody in life that's trying to say, man, wait a minute, maybe I'm been through something, maybe I'm thinking about, going into service and thinking about that path. So with that said, man, I really want to tap into, like, who is KB, man? Man, who is KB, man? Who, like, you know what I'm talking about? Like what? How? Like, can you share a little bit about your childhood growing up in the hood? Like, what was some of the biggest challenges like you faced?
So, I mean, not to go too far back, but just growing up as a kid, it was regular, just everything growing up in Inglewood, you would expect, like just going outside, playing, with your neighbors, and then, riding bikes, open, same stuff coming up, you know what I mean? And I would say, just to ball up with like a little short story, growing up in Inglewood, LA, wherever, I think it was a challenge for me because my parents are from the Caribbean. They're from Trinidad and Tobago. So they came out here to New York, had me, then boom, came out to Cali, had my little brother. He's 2 years younger than me, had him in Torrance. We were living in Inglewood on 79th and Van Ness. And by the time I was probably getting ready to go to preschool, kindergarten, 4 or 5, I was on Crenshaw on 117th. So still in Inglewood. So I grew up my predominantly my childhood there until like I went to Benneque, and then I went to Monroe, Albert Monroe Middle School, and then Morningside High School. But yeah, man, I think with that angle of my parents coming from the Caribbean, they kind of came out not to say that they better or worse or whatever. It's just different. You know what I'm saying? The culture is just different. So I feel like I was growing up with my parents out here,
Mm-hmm.
in California. You know what I mean? So I felt like we was learning certain things at the same time, even though I was a kid, adolescent. They had grown ups to learn, especially my pop. My pop was in the streets. He was in the streets running the streets. So I know he learning all of those jokes and all that stuff, like crash course. So and until it becomes normal, you know what I mean? And then we talked about talking to the boys, but another disadvantage I had is to be realistic, be a little open book, because I love my dad. My dad, he's still alive. He in Florida, doing well. You met my pops, man,
Mm-hmm.
love him. But as a youth, he was in and out. He was in and out of my life. You know what I'm saying? And I came to grips with all that, and we good. We good. I know a lot of stuff he couldn't. It was out of his control. It was bad shit, but it was out of his control. Excuse my language, but it was out of his control. And yeah, he was in and out, man. Just that drug era. You know what I mean? Just wasn't present all the time. But with that, on in the streets, you can start going, how you say, idolizing, or
Right.
looking up to, but to other people, outside your household. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe another family member or something like that. But it's usually people that's in our neighborhood that's a little older than us.
Right. Right.
So
Real tough.
I think those are the couple of disadvantage, or a couple of like roles in the block I had, like, growing up. You know what I mean? Who's that role model? You know what I'm saying? Who I'm trying to be like. Um, I want to bite everybody's style, so I'm gonna take a little bit of this, little bit of that, little bit of this, mix it all together. See, who KB is. You know what I mean? And but at the end of the day, from a kid, man, I was real happy. Always real happy, man. Real jolly and stuff. Uh, I always was questioning everything when I was younger. My son killed me right now because he do that same thing. My 6-year-old son Casey question everything, and my mom said I used to be like
Right.
that. So it
Right. Right.
really just I used to question everything. I'm real goofy, laughing all the time, smiling, just having fun. You know what I mean? And I look back, man, that's crazy, because growing up, man, you get a lot of that innocence and a lot of that joy just taken away from you. The
Ooh.
older you get, the more
Ooh.
situations come through.
Ooh, yeah, you're right. Hey, that's when you said that. Like, go back. It's so much, man. Good. That was a good flow. Props to that, man. I was with you riding through that, man, because I can see it. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
I came over. Like, a lot of people don't know. Like, you right now know we're gonna get there. You're in your retirement, and I feel honored and privileged, man, because home is sacred. You know what I mean? And you invited
Mm-hmm.
me to your home. I just want to let you know. I don't think I've told you that. Like, I appreciate that. Like, because I don't
Dog,
invite
man.
everybody to my spot. Like, don't nobody go in
Yeah.
my. Even when I was in the projects, like, dudes come through the door. I'm like, hold on, like, you ain't eating. Hold on, because I know
Yeah.
that's where I'm at. Like, I knew that at an early age, so I respect that. I did notice the culture, the culture, like, you know what I mean. When your family was there and they was talking, and I was like, okay, I was like, okay, like, I was noticed that where you originated to California from. I was like, okay, and I never
Yeah.
knew that. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I would have never knew that, which was a good thing for me to see, because, like you spoke about, like, you still had a lot of. I think that's what you were saying. Correct me if I'm wrong. You had a lot of the culture that was still instilled versus a lot of cats that do grow up in LA and so or California, so to say, or even in this Western Hemisphere. Like, a lot of it, because I feel like, for me personally, as an African American, like, I don't really know too much about where I came from in Africa. Like, I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
like, where. So a lot of it be kind of me trying to figure that out. I mean, I figured a lot of it out right now through education, but so it made it more. The person you see right now, bro, I promise you, when I came home in 2016, if I didn't go to San Diego Mesa College, bro, and take that Black Studies class,
Mm-hmm.
and really just get a good glimpse on who I am as a person, how I like just the whole systematic, just learning it from so many different angles, I probably
Right.
would have still been like question, like, I question a lot of stuff, but I wouldn't have had no foundation to stand on to say, you know what, I come from more than slavery. I come from kings and queens and a strong people, so I'm gonna
Right.
stand on that.
Right.
But you said something about your kid, your son, and I want
Mm-hmm.
to ask you a question about that, because, like, my mom's telling me that about my son, because he just, I mean, even right now when I be trying to get up on him, he just laugh and I be like, man,
Yeah.
my mom be
Yeah.
like, he's just like that, and I'll be like, I'm like, what?
Yeah. What you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? You want to put? Can I put hands on them? But no, like, hey, man, like, no, we don't put hands on the kids. You know what I'm saying? But you just want to, like, you want to be that strong father figure, but um, sometimes we think that's the sternness and that aggressiveness or something like that. But sometimes, man, a little bit of silence, not silence, a little bit of just a little sternness in your voice, and,
Mm.
and just a little quietness, like, serious. I'm about to just shut everything down. They know that tone. They know that tone. That different
Yep.
tone you change to. You know what I mean? You don't need to be like, stop all that, stop all that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, knock that out right now. Quit it. You know what I'm saying? And that's not even how I'm gonna say it. But when I say it, it's gonna be understood. You know what I mean? You don't need to yell and be the rah one. But these kids, man, they great, man. I have four kids. Like, I think You got opportunity to meet them all at the
Yeah,
party.
yeah,
Okay, yeah. So
yeah.
I have the oldest three. They all adults, but my youngest is six. So it's a big age gap. So I didn't have this experience for a long time. So I'm just looking at them and not to not like toot his horn or to my own horn or whatever, man. But shouts out to my wife and it's just he just the kid is smart, man. He is real smart, man. Ask questions, reads well, it's on point, man. You gotta I know with your son too, you gotta be careful what you say around him too, even if you're just joking. You know what I mean? Because
Mm-hmm.
they like tape recorders, right? They like tape recorders, and then they go repeat what they said, or to remember something, they hold you to it. Like, Aunt, what's up with that Snicker bar you told me you was gonna give me 2 days ago and stuff? You know what I'm saying?
Wait,
Or pop,
hey,
my
wait a
bad.
minute. Wait, hold up. Time out. I thought that my son be doing that, so your son do the same thing, because he be coming the next day like, hey, you remember you told me? Remember you told me? Like,
Yeah.
and we from
Hmm.
the hood, so I be like, man, this he trying to check me or something? What you mean?
Yeah.
Remember I told you? I told you what? He like, remember you
Yeah.
told me if I be good, you gonna give me that popsicle. Run my
Yeah.
popsicle. Yesterday you
Yeah.
told me if I be good, I was good today too, so I need that popsicle. And I'm like,
Yeah.
can't do nothing but respect it. And I'm like, you know what? You're right, because and then that transitioned me into my question that I was going to ask you, because it's like you're right. The streets taught me like your word is your bond. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Whatever you
Wow.
do, whatever you say, whatever you dedicate yourself to, like it's your bond. That's why I so much understand how our paths was on the same path, and then you went another way, I went a different way. I think it resolves. I'm gonna let you elaborate on that. From that, whenever I'm loyal to something, I put my mind to it. I'm gonna just do it. I'm gonna be 100% into it, and that's how I went down that way. Like, how do you feel like your upbringing like shaped the person that you became in life? Like right now today, like is there anything like you can remember that just shaped you into the person you are right now?
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was tremendous. That was tremendous. So my retirement ceremony, it went by like a blur to me in my speech, especially. I wrote some main points down, but I kind of like freestyled a lot of it. And I just wanted to like just really show my family, especially, some appreciation from my mouth to the world, So um I think I was able to accomplish that. That was a dope day, man. I'll remember that for my the rest of my life. But like one thing I said about my pops is thank you for always being there. Thank you for being my dad. Thank you for always being there for me. Because even when he wasn't present, I know if he was in the right state of mind, he would be there for me. And when he was in the right state of mind, I know he cared for his kids. I know he cared for his son. So um I did say in the speech, thank you for everything, and thank you for everything you taught me, good and bad. You know what I'm saying? So I got to see my pops on his lowest lows, little things, not to bring it up like dig stuff up, but
Right, right.
I've seen it as a kid, and you just look up to your pops as hero, and you just, to me, I just ignored it. You know what I'm saying? I just ignored it. Not ignored it. I seen it, but I know the person inside of him. You know what I mean? So um, I picked a lot of stuff from him, good and bad. Like, I ain't gonna go that way with that. I ain't gonna do this. I ain't gonna do that. But what's funny is I end up be, getting in the streets anyway. You know what I'm saying? Getting in the street, but I just stayed away from certain things that I thought he may have been like involved in. You know what I mean? Um, but there was still stuff out there. You know what I mean? There's still stuff out there to get into. And that's the dangerous part. That's the part what prelude to back to your question, where I'm talking about having a bump in the road there. Like, now, who am I looking to? Who's the flyers? Who the one with the money? Who got the loot? Dang, we when we was younger, we had the bikes, right? The dynos and the GTs and all that.
With
You know what I'm saying? So
the bags on
um, pegs on it, all that. You know what I'm saying? So who got the freshest bike? You know what I'm saying? Oh, I need to go to the bike shop. I need to put some pegs on mine. I need to change the chrome or the black or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Get some parts, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? And who got the video game? Who got this? Who got that? You know what I'm saying? It's just like something you pick, whether it's your peer or somebody older. Um, you kind of like idolize that, and that's where it gets a little tricky and stuff, especially especially in the city, it gets real tricky. You know what I'm saying? When you start when you start doing that, you know. And I think another thing that's instilled with me on my mom's side, she always taught me to be my own man, be my own man. You know what I'm saying? And by that, you know, we got followers and leaders, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's okay to be a follower. It's okay to be a follower. You can follow. You know what I'm saying? You need followers to build a strong leader. You need a strong leader to nurture those followers. You know what I mean? So you can have a solid team. It's okay to be a follower. You know what I mean? But the thing about it is, people look at the streets like gangs and stuff like that, like it's like a monkey see monkey do type thing. Like oh, this is I mean, excuse the phrase or whatever, but it's like, oh, okay, I see this. They get the girls, they got the cars, they look
Right.
fresh, they do this, do. So I want to be like them. But you don't need to be exactly like them. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to be exactly like the person next to you. You can take a little bit from each thing and just kind of like generate yourself. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's where you run into a lot of problems. You know, when you look at all these different communities, and even if, let's say you've been in the crib community I'm in, they got little stuff that's always a little popping off, especially for the kids in the summer and all that stuff. Um, I'm always hearing about waiting lists and all this other stuff. My son, he get in the Boys and Girls Club like not easily, but you know he gets in there. They have summer camp. They have activities for youth out here. In a sense, you know, they got parks, they got things they can do, where you have some places where you don't have, or if it is something to do, maybe your family can't afford it. You know what I mean? So then what are you left to do? You know what I mean? What are you left to do? What is your friends? What is the person that kicked it with you? What is his interest? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because I always look at that, because I think that was like really instilled with me and my mom, like being myself, being my own person. That don't mean I could take for a little bit from that. You know what I'm saying? And got the little fly swag. Okay, I like that shirt. I like how that color go. Damn. Okay, I'm gonna grab that. I ain't gonna grab the same shirt, but I'm gonna grab something to, similar like that. I don't just take a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And build yourself up, because I'm 42 and I'm still learning. I'm still learning. You know how it is to be KB. How it is to get into my mode where I don't need to do stuff over the top, because that comes from being a Gemini, man. I'll say one thing about me is I have an addictive personality, that's why I don't ride motorcycles, man. So I think I'll be on the 15 is up, so
Right.
so
Right.
but it's just taking a few things, and then like I said, my mom was there since day one, and obviously since before day one, and she just told me to stand on business, like um be your own man, and being your own man comes with taking making mistakes, failing, comes with all that, you know what I'm saying, and that's a part of being KB, that's a part of being that. We gonna lose, we gonna take L's, we gonna fail, but how we gonna bounce back? How we gonna
Right.
bounce
Right.
back, man? How we
Right.
gonna
Right.
bounce back? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, real talk. No, I feel you on that, bro. I promise you, yeah, that was a lot, man. Man, conversations is fire. Like you, right? That was like you, man. Like I got to do this Black Student Success Conference presentation tomorrow, actually.
Mhm.
It's just like, and I'll just be thinking, and I've been thinking, like, because I'm patient with the process, but I ain't no spring chicken, so I'm like, you know what, I got to use
Yeah,
this while it's still moving, and try to shorten that gap, financially and all that. So, and then looking out for my son, making sure he good when, he don't have to go through some of the things I know that we both experienced, but just from positioning myself a little bit better, and
right.
then being there. But maybe you made me think about, like you said, like I remember when I was in the pen and I was seeing people going home, you know what I'm saying? The homies going home, and I was one of them type of cats in the pen. I was cool with everybody. I was like, man, what's
Right.
popping? I was cool with the up north cats, the out of town cats. I ain't care
Mhm.
where you're from. I'm like, I was a mover and a shaker. I was like, man, what's good? Like, what they got popping over here? I'm trying to figure it out. But then when I
Yeah, ain't
started
nothing
seeing
changed.
people doing certain things, getting up out of there, I was like, man, wait a minute. But I had to learn how, especially as a man, and then,
Right.
I don't even know if it's a black man thing or just a man thing, period. But how to look at other men and not feel that it's something wrong with looking and saying, you know what, this dude do this pretty good right here, and I ain't really good at that. Like, let me figure out how that's working for them before I can find myself. You know,
Right.
I think I found it in like the GED when I got my GED in prison. I was like, I used to look at cats and I used to be like, wait a minute, and it wasn't me like looking at them as a negative person. I was like, man, if this dude can do
Yeah.
that, man, I can do it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right. Right.
I
Right.
can
Right.
go,
Right.
man. Bro, I'm telling you, when I was in the pen, I just spoke on a panel too with Monday for Project Rebound, and I was telling them, I was like, for me, I had to break down all those beliefs and those cognitive distortions or anything I picked up that was somebody else's way I was supposed to be, and figure out like who was Ant. Like even my
Mm.
name right now, you see on the screen with the AN double T. Like I had created that when I was a kid, like growing up in the projects, because I was trying to create my own identity. Because people was like, "Man, your
Right.
name Ant Dog," and then your name is this, and people was trying to get you to be their little homie and stuff. And I was like, you know what? I know who I am, and I didn't even realize it back then. But I'm like, I'm AN. I'm gonna be different than the normal dude who spell his name, and I'm gonna be AN double T.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna create my own thing, and I didn't buy back into that until probably about a year ago. Because for a long time, me being free right now after 22 years in the pen, I'm going on 9 years free. I was trying to figure out who I was as a grown man because I went in at like 18, 19, came home at 39. So I was like, damn, who am I? Like, what do I
Yeah.
like? Like, what color is I'm like? Since I ain't got the restrictions no more, even though I'm from the Jordan Downs, but I'm like, is purple
Right.
really my favorite color? Like, I love my neighborhood, but what's
Yeah.
what's what's my favorite color? Like, what movie was
Right.
I
Right.
like?
Right.
I had to reinvent that. I had to really
Yeah.
reinvent that, bro. So I hear you when you saying that. So I want to transition into like another question. What what was the ultimate decision? If you want to elaborate on that just a little bit for me, what made you join the Navy?
All right. So all right, like a little story time. So let me try not to ramble on, but let me just say it came to a point where so me and the homies, me and a couple of the homies, we was like, well, so we was at Morningside. They always know with three of us together, we into something or whatever it is. And
Right,
sometimes we break off, it's like two of us or whatever, and sometimes one or whatever. You know, they always looking at us and all that type of stuff and watching us, and and we used to like uh, come to school, leave second period, go to the hood, be there second, third period, come back forward, stay kick it in lunch, go back to the hood fifth period and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But another point my mom instilled in me, like I said, when she one of the smartest women I know, uh, she used to not play with that homework and all that. She don't play with that. So to keep her off my back, that's one thing I just did my work. So even if I wasn't in class, I was still getting all the the homework done and turned it in and just making something up like a how I didn't go, you know what I mean? And they would leave a voicemail on your phone to say you've been absent, but they wouldn't push it like suspend you or nothing like that. So they knew something was going, they was waiting to catch us and all that. So they called us and somebody man, it was like, hey, it don't matter. We got called with something. So, but they used that like we finally got you with something, but we know y'all been doing stuff like all this
right,
whole
right.
time, blah blah blah. Y'all suspended, and we ain't even do nothing. No, we just got caught like walking off the camp. I mean, we did do something. Got caught walking on campus. They kept called, pulled us back. We got searched. He found a lighter or something. That's it. But we got suspended until our parents came back. I never heard of that. Like our parents have to come and talk to the principal, Miss
Mhm.
McNally, rest in peace. So Miss McNally, talking to my mom. It's my mom first time. Believe it or not, like I ain't never been suspended, nothing like that. She ain't never had to come up to school for me. Like I said, I used to get good grades, all that. I was cool. I was smooth. I just some classes I was quiet, some classes I was the talkative one. But I guess the Gemini in me or whatever. So she comes up to the school, principal's like, yeah, your son is one of the three boys, his two friends he hangs out with, and she just listening. She know who I hang out with. They be at the crib and all that stuff. So does she agree with me hanging out with them all the time? Probably not all the way fully, but they
Right,
they
right.
my boys and stuff. They my boys to the day. But shout out P Mac, shout out Casper and shit. But yeah, they we 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 talking and stuff. She said like, bet his grades matches attendance or whatever. Like his grade. So she said my attendance looked like Swiss cheese. Look, he here first period, gone second and third, back fourth, he gone fifth, back for sixth. I don't even know why you came this day and la 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 la. So she bad mouthed me in front of my mom. My mom, I'm like, man, I'm about to be fried, bro. I'm like, dang, what's she about to do? And then she come out, she said, oh, thank you for your time. And she walk out. I didn't say nothing. She was like, you gonna say something? I was like, nah, I mean, I know I'm in trouble. She was like, you know what? I came here, I thought I was gonna rectify a situation with you, like discipline wise, but that lady don't even know you. She don't even know you because if she knew you, she wouldn't talk to you like that. Because what she did in front of my mom is she opened up my grades and then she started looking at them and she was like, oh, change her whole tone. She was like, you don't want to go to college. She just jumped on my jock, like, oh, you don't go to college, you don't want to do this, you don't want to do that. There's so many kids that want to go to college that don't have your grades. And I was like, man, and as soon as my mom said, hey, I'll talk to y'all later, I was riding out with her. So I think that was a point where my run and like I was a senior, I was thinking like I really need to figure out what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? Now I was kicking it, man. We was we was 16, 17, doing stuff, 18 over clubs, you know what I'm saying? We was what's the joint on? It's one on dang, is it Western? Western not El Segundo quite, but in between Inglewood and it's right next to Henry Clay. It's right next to Henry Clay. It used to be a little
Yeah,
spot
I
up
went to
here.
replay too.
They used to let us in. No ID. We was driving, was doing all, you know what I'm saying? So I was thinking in my head logically, um, I need to be fly. That's what I want to do. So I need money for that. I need to eat. I don't know if I need a place on my head, but it would be nice. You know what I'm saying? I need to figure something out. But people go to school. That's what we do. That's what we raise, right? You got to go to college to make something of yourself. So I'm thinking, all right, I ain't got no scholarship, so I'm not going to no university and paying them their money because right now I can get away with that in high school, not coming to class and it's free, but I'm still getting my grades. But in college, you don't come, like you just lose your money. They ain't gonna chase you down. They might if they have a connection with you. You could probably attend to that, but
Right.
I don't think they're gonna chase you down. So you paying that money, you don't go, they don't care. You pay, you know what I'm saying? And then you gonna go in debt, going and failing. So I said I downgraded my thoughts to not say it's a downgrade. I'm just saying I went down a level and said, let me go. I'm gonna go to a junior college. The way I'm gonna go around, not being like everybody is. I'm not gonna go to El Camino because El Camino seemed like an extension of Morningside High. It's just another level of school, which is nothing wrong with El Camino. I just did in my head. I'm just telling you what 17-year-old KB was thinking. So
Right,
then
right.
I said, you know what? I'm gonna go to Santa Monica. That was my tentative plan. Then I'm on the other side of Inglewood, kicking it with homie, America. Shout out America's Rick. Shout out Rick. I'm over there. We shooting dice. We drinking 40s and shit. Just kicking it. And then my boy, he joined the Navy, Americas. So he was in there for a couple years. I think 1 year or some change. When he was in there, 99, I was in 12th grade. I'm talking to him. He sounded talking like he having the time of his life and excited and all this other stuff. Like we be on the going to this port, that port on deployment, like Australia, all these little different places. I'm like,
Right.
man. So now I'm start thinking the hood can't be like start thinking like whoa, how long y'all be on the water? Because I'm nervous about that. You like, man, no more than 2 weeks. I was like, oh, okay. So me
Right.
with my background. Oh, go ahead. My bad.
No, 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 no. You good? I'm
Oh,
with
oh,
you. I was just
okay.
commenting say, y'all feel you on the 2 week shot.
Oh, yeah, yeah. So me and my upbringing, like we was talking about before, my parents being from the Caribbean, they wasn't in the military, and even if they was, they wouldn't have been in the United States military. So I don't really have nobody to kind of like my dad was in the military, my uncle, or things like that. I don't have anything like that. But so I'm just like going off what he said. So he sound like it's a good old dandy time. So I'm so ignorant to the military and the military lifestyle and what they provide for you. I'm saying, okay, I'm thinking they're gonna give me food, they're gonna give me somewhere to stay at least. And I was like, all right, I guess I got to get a job. I'm so ignorant. I think I got to get a job to get paid. So I asked the homie, hey, so you got clothes, you got food, you go to these dope places. How you get your money? How you get your loot? How you get the chicken? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like
Right.
I
Right.
get
Right.
that. He was
With a
like, "Oh,
bag
I get
at
paid every 2 weeks." You know what I'm saying? As soon as he said I get paid every 2 weeks, I said, "Sign me up." I was like, walk right into the Inglewood recruiting office right there on Crenshaw and Imperial. Walked in, they were shocked because they don't really have too many people that go volunteer themselves. You know what I'm saying? So I just wiggled my way in right there, and the decision kind of was made, kind of like that, jokingly, but at the same time, sometimes I feel some stuff happen for a reason, and I think that that night that happened for a reason. I was like, let me follow up on it, see what it do. You know what I mean? And I was taking a blind shot, and I had to get my mom to sign off on it for something she don't know what really it's about. Because keep in mind, we growing up together out here.
Hmm. Well, how was that? Well, how was that like that? Because I know I was in the pen and my mom, I was away and it kind of not in a sense voluntary, but not voluntary. And she had to deal with
Yeah,
me as a kid being away. So, and I actually did a podcast with my mom's down in Wattsboro and I hooked my podcast up to her Wi-Fi and it was like my 8 year anniversary being home and I hooked it up to her Wi-Fi
yeah,
and
yeah,
the
yeah.
Wi-Fi just went all bad, bro.
Oh man,
I lost a cold classic moment. But she talked about that
yeah.
though, how it felt to have her son away like for a period of time. So I just want to ask you a question, if you can, elaborate on that just a little bit. How did that
Yeah.
feel knowing that she was signing off on her, her son to go away for, somewhere she didn't know?
Okay, yeah. Mom's smart, and then she a gangster, man. She tells me to this day like she know what I was doing. She know what she was doing. Like she guilt herself on letting me go work on a newspaper subscription, like knocking on doors all night, like going and during school hours to make some money because she feels like she didn't have it to give to me and my brother. But she was a extraordinary provider, man. You know what I'm saying? And one thing she said after the fact is that she didn't know like what I was really getting into, but the decisions I made, like she said, she taught me to be a man, make my own decisions. And, she always praised me for like, look at you now, look how far you got from where you came from. Where I had to sign that you came home with a paper. Now you go on a computer and all that, but you're going to the recruiting office. But now you come home with a paper. I need to sign your consent. You kind of signing your son off to go um pretty much be attached to the country, and as far as the service matter goes. So um I think it was regular on the fact that I think it was a natural progression. I'm 18, going to the Navy. I wasn't going all the time. I would come home as much as I could, so it really was like even some of the homies just say, man, I don't even think you got a job. Like since you had the Navy, you be in the hood more than you
Right,
be
right.
in
We
San
didn't go there.
Diego. But yeah, no, when it all boiled down to it, she's like, I'm teaching you to be a man, and I could have failed. So, and that could have been something she would have said, you need to learn from. So I kind of did that on a whim and said, this will keep me stable a little bit until I could figure out what I want to do. At least give me 4 years, right? So and you get them some college out of it, you know what I mean? You get paid, and that was the glory, that was how the book looked on the front and the foreword or the preface. I mean, it's hard, but the book inside, man, is deep. You know what I'm saying? It's deep.
Yeah,
It got a lot of stuff in there, but yeah, my mom's she just like regular, man, like in and out. And then when she see me, she just always know I'm safe and good, or she's always a praying woman too. So she prays on me. And the mother love is strong. We all know that. They're nurturing women and stuff like that. Your mom, my mom, they have an instinct in there. That's why it sounds kind of crazy when women kind of able, even let's go with a human is able to turn on a baby with violence or any kind of lewd stuff or whatever it is, because you naturally have that instinct, especially mothers. They naturally nurturing beings. So like your mom, you have to think um she's on the same page. My mom told me this, and she was like, we raised ourselves, things like that, like not giving herself credit. She said but the one of the most accomplished things she had in her life, and it hit deep, was carrying me and my brother. she's like, that was the happiest, she was ever carrying me and my brother and um delivering. She's like, that's one of her biggest accomplishments in life. And I take that deeply, you know what I'm saying? I know my brother do too. So, we represent her, we saying we represent the bonus name. So when she says stuff like that, I really take it like, dearly. And I know your mom feel the same way. You know, she's she's your mother. You have no replacement for that, but you or her son definitely ain't no replacement. She carried you 9, 10 months, that's a bond you can't, nobody could good or bad come in and change.
Yeah, real talk, but it is, and it's like, yeah, bro. Like I promise you, that realization hit me when I was in the pen, man. I may have been in maybe in Ironwood or maybe in was it Ironwood, Centinela, one of those prisons in Imperial Valley, man. I was traveling all them deserts, man. Lancaster,
Yeah.
Ironwood, Centinela. It was one of those. I was on my growth path, and I remember I was just like, I gotta go chop it up with my mom's. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
I was coming out to the, the vision room, suited and booted, like, you know what I mean? Like ready, eating the
Right.
microwave food with the little, trying to be tough with the husband. I'm like, man, I need to chop it up with my people and see what's up. So I started having those intimate conversations with her and start trying to see life through her
Right.
lenses. And it was like profound because we became allies in this life thing more. I mean, I was her ally, but she wasn't my ally in the sense I was trying to figure out the world without including her in it. But it became
Right.
like an inclusive growth, and that was like exponentially. It's just like, the trajectory of like our friendship just was like sky was the limit. It was
Mhm.
like a Pandora's box or like a third eye or something spiritual just had happened with our communication that I,
Yeah.
I didn't realize all it took is for me to just arrive at that point and let her know that I see her. And once I did that, and she started opening up and then sharing stuff with me. Question
Oh,
about
okay.
talked a lot about personal growth and moving through life and learning from family, in environments, and then being in the Navy. When we talk about personal growth, and I know I got my camera like way over here somewhere. I'm trying to get used to using this. Look like I'm looking way over there. Um,
No, you good.
what strengths did you develop from both growing up in the hood and serving in the Navy? Like, do you think anything that made you like a stronger person when you combine those two? Like the person we're looking at right now, like what strengths, like from you growing up in the hood and then from coming, from being in the Navy, that
Yeah.
you could just say like this. I know both of these combined made me a better what?
Better human being, better man. Because I got taught to be a man and the military. You know what I mean? So, I could join the 18 and you say you're adult, but you don't got everything figured out at 18. I don't care who you are, even if you a millionaire, billionaire, you figured out how to get some money, but do you have that life thing figured out? You know what I mean? And all that. So um a lot of my strengths, I think they come from both ways, and I'm kind of glad I was able to experience that. And I'm glad that people who are able to experience will experience it, like the talking you're about to do tomorrow. That's dope, because that's a dope thing, because you get information out to people that may not know they have that available to them. And I don't know if you're gonna elaborate more later on the on deeper on what you're trying to put out there, but um at the that strength growing up, I think it came with just being like, hey, just to keep it all the way funky, like just respect. Like I don't know how to explain it. I step on your shoes. That's my bad. That's a don't walk off. You know what I'm saying? Watch where you're going. So you don't bump into people. You know what I'm saying? Just normal stuff. Minding your business. Uh, just being realistic, defensive, and also how do you say it, like basically being able to adapt to stuff, because we gotta adapt to stuff all the time, because it ain't no way you telling me our folks, our people ain't adapting, because last time I checked, everything keep going up in Cali and stuff, and I still know people that still living here though. You know what I'm saying? Because they're adapting. They trying to figure out away, whether it's a roommate, whether it's a program, whether it's this, they're adapting. So people always adapt. So I think all those little things that you little intricacies you pick up from the hood, you know what I'm saying, and just like growing up in a certain region, I think I was I was fortunate enough to have like that. And then it don't you would think it's a cliche saying, but common sense ain't all that common. You know what I mean? It's like at the minimum, you take one bath a day. You wash your ass. You know what I'm saying? You brush your teeth. You do certain things. Wash your clothes. Certain things like that. Some people don't have that. You know what I'm saying? That's not common. That's not common sense to them. So I think that a lot. And then the Navy gave me another aspect of where I look back to the hood was where like dang not Navy and life in general, but I'll say dang man, you can be linked up, you could be networked with people from all over the world, people from all over the country.
Right.
Um you could link in with them like me and you. We happen to be from the same, like around the same age, around the same era, same place and all that. And then we meet in life, right? So um the world is small, and you can know people from different regions, different things. You don't have to be in that bubble. And I know how that bubble is. That bubble um keeps us from doing stuff like it's a choice to join the military, but sometimes we don't want to join the military. That's too much, or that's too far, or whatever. Or I got a job offer. I live in Inglewood. My job offer is in Orange County or something like that. Oh man, that's too far. I ain't making that ride, or I ain't moving out there. I'm staying out here. And that could be your choice. But with choices come consequences or come success. So it's just about making the right one. But it just a big mixture. Like it gave me growing up, it gave me a lot that I think um lacks in a lot of different people. But I'm also lacking a lot of stuff. I was ignorant to so much. And I I don't say I blame it because everything happened for a reason, but it's just like I said, the upbringing, the school systems, the opportunities, the program. If there's a program, is it being advertised? Do they know about it? Do we know about it? You know what I'm saying? I did the Navy as a tentative choice, but I didn't have that instilled into me go to check out what else I had available to me, nor did I know what exactly I wanted to like pursue at that time. I just been throwing stuff in the air, electrician, uh, architect. I'm just naming stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's a cool journey and all that, but I'm still coming into KB. It's funny we started off like that. I'm still coming into KB, and I'm meshing both worlds, and it really sometimes is dope where I could have that mixture because, bro, like some people just be in awe. You know what I'm saying? Like you, my boy. I meet you. I introduce you to somebody that I know. You and that's in the Navy or something. So let's say they say from Tennessee or something like that, and then you say you from the Jordan Downs and stuff. They oh, what you were what like it's like
Right.
a big eye opening celebrity type thing. You know what I'm saying? And then you be surprised how much that break the ice on certain things, and then you get to know the person and you realize how much y'all alike or click. Like I said, man, I got some of the realest street homies like as friends, and I got some of the squarest people. I got some of the successful people. I got a melting pot because I'm breaking out of my shell. I'm not scared to like network with other folks. You know what I'm saying? Where we grew up, we kind of tend to stay to ourselves. For me and you walking across the street from each other,
Right.
um, I'm not gonna look over there, but if I got my eye on you though, but I ain't gonna turn my head to look over there. You know what I'm saying? Because that's issues right there. You know what I'm saying? Even if we across the street, um, why we can't just say good morning or what's going on, black man? Anything like that. No, but we own each other. You know what I'm saying? That was a big transition to me. You know what I'm saying? Just breaking out of my shell, opening up a little bit, and knowing that it's nothing wrong with it. Homie? Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with just being a little, just conversational. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be so standoffish. Why you so tough? No, it ain't that serious. You know what I mean? And you be surprised who you meet when you just bring that positive energy with you.
Real talk. No, I feel you 100%, man. I appreciate you sharing that because that is it's kind of it's man, it's always refreshing, man, to hear somebody say some of the things that you be thinking because you saying like what you
Yeah.
just saying because I remember like just imagine me, bro, like figuring this shit out on my own in the pen. Like I came to a
Mm-hmm.
point where I was like, man, forget that. Like I gotta like I'm something ain't right here. This like
Mm-hmm.
this banana in the tailpipe or this hoax or this trick that they making me. Something is going on. It didn't feel right to me. And then once I came home, like you said, I started seeing people. I was like, sometimes I used to get triggered when bro, I can be in the donut shop and another black man walk in, and then if they don't
Right.
like I'm like,
Right.
what's up, bro? They look down or something. I'll be like,
Right.
hey, what's going on, bro? Like, you good? Like, I'm like,
Yeah.
what's up, fam?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
what's
Yep.
up? Like, just to let and I know we need that because we've been pent against each other so long. At first, I used to take
Mm-hmm.
offense to it in the sense where I'd be like, man, you acting like something else. Ooh. But now I'm like, I don't know what the train of thought is he on, and I know what the society has done to us. So I
Mm-hmm.
always try to be more open and be more friendly and be more inviting to that person to just like, bro, I see you. Like
Yeah.
even if it's
Yeah.
just even if it's just a fist bump, like I see you because I
Right.
know
Right. Right.
it
And it's a
wasn't like
shame,
that
bro. Like
before.
we like that, man. I already know that too as a parent, and I've identified that, and it's like it's a shame. Like we grew up, and I'm trying to hate somebody or be questionable about somebody that looks like me. You know what I mean? But I don't question people that don't look like me. You know what I mean? And it's I remember this off the course real quick. I remember I went down to Louisiana for a funeral, and the family that was there, it was a place it was really in the country and stuff. And because the ones that was from LA or California, and there was some down south cats. So the family that's from California, they kind of just warned us like, hey, everybody out here is super friendly, super bubbly. If you see another dude just, chunking up the dudes, they just saying hello and stuff. And I'm like, okay, I mean that's common sense. All right, cool.
All right.
And I didn't know what they was talking about, but so it's a dude right after that walked up to me, and it was an introducing, and he's like, it's smiling, the big old smile and stuff. And I'm just like, yo, what? After he told me, I just told y'all that so y'all won't be on one or whatever. And I'm just like, what's wrong with dude? Why are you smiling and all like and then he had the nuts be like, man, that's why I was telling you, man, they real friendly down there, Southern hospitality and stuff. And it's crazy because I'm not even rah-rah like that, but at the same time, I'm like, man, what you want? Like and I don't think I would have did that to anybody but him, and that's a shame, bro. That's a shame. So with all
Real.
that, man, I make sure, I speak, I do my due diligence if I could, man, you know what I'm saying? Especially if I see somebody that look like they're on the same time I'm on, if I walk past you and I didn't know you, you had your son, I had my son, I'm gonna say, what's up, like, man, you know what I'm saying? What's happening? What's up, kid? Now my head or something, that's how it should be with everybody. You know what I mean? So I don't know. This is one of them. It's one of them things, man. One of them
Yeah.
things that made it a little tough with the transition.
We just got to keep doing what we're doing, bro. We both in spaces, that we conscious of it. And like I say, I honor and respect you, you know what I'm saying, for like doing that. I know it's another brother in the fight, which I knew from the first time we met. We just each one teach one eventually. Hopefully that'll click somewhere
Hmm.
for him, hopefully, or somebody will see it because there's certain things I remember as a kid, like just I was at this thing and some dude was talking about. He said something to the effect, and no shame on the brother because he know himself the way he know himself. I was just saying for me, because it was a thought process, and I got one more question for you because I know you got to go get food for the family. Want your wife come up in there, be like, "Come on, baby, we
Yes,
hungry."
sir.
Like, what you, you know that
That's all
thing.
good. That's
Um,
all good, man. We gotta get up again.
yeah, for
But
real,
but
for
yeah,
real.
what's the question though? Yeah, I'm
Um,
tapped in.
it was based on he was talking about how he don't. I'm gonna make a comment, then I'll make a question. He was talking about how he said that if he tried to talk to he was older, he was in his 30s, maybe early 40s. He said if he tried to talk to the the 14, 15-year-old him, that he wouldn't
Hmm.
listen to the person he is right now. And I was like,
Yeah.
I had to think about that because I was like, I'm a cool cat right now. Like, I can't see myself, bro. I can't see myself talking to 14, 15-year-old and saying,
Yeah.
bro, what's up? Like, where
Yeah.
you at, boy? Let's go.
Yeah.
Like, let's
Yeah.
go. But I can see myself being like, you know what, man? You gotta get it. Woo. I probably would have been like, what, throw it up? What's up? But if I'd have been like,
Yeah.
man, what's up, man? What you trying to
Right.
do, boy? You trying to get some
Right.
money? Let me show you something. I would have.
Right.
So when he said he wouldn't have listened to himself, I was thinking like, I would have listened to the person I am right now because I
What?
know how to communicate that. But when you talking about Ant before he changed his life in the pen, no, I probably would have been like, man, give me the sack, give me the pistol, like let's go handle the business.
Oh
Let's get
yeah.
this
Yeah.
out the
Okay.
way.
Yeah.
You feel
Yeah.
me?
Yeah.
So I didn't know where he was at with that, but he was somebody that was in chains. So I was thinking like, I didn't really respond to a thing because I didn't want to like, like we just said a minute ago, I didn't want to talk over the brother because he talking about his
Right.
experience on what he know, where he is or who he was. I said
Right.
for me, I wish I would have had somebody like you and me in my life back then to sit me down and say, bro, let me talk to you about a little bit. Like
Right.
let me meet you where you at right now. Let me not talk to you
Mm.
about I'm older and you younger. Let me meet you where you at right now. Like right now, like I mean, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I don't live my life right now for me. I live my life right now for my kids, and I make sure my
Right.
mama, because she older, can experience anything that I didn't. Those two
Yeah.
things
Yeah.
matter the most for me. What I'm doing right now, I can sleep 3-4 hours a day. But if my son got an opportunity to do anything that I didn't get a
Right.
chance to do, and my mom's got an opportunity to see something that I didn't see,
Yeah.
I'm good with that. If it ain't costing me nothing catastrophic while I'm going back to the pen, like I can be good with that,
Be
bro.
good. Yeah. That's good. That's good.
So the
Good.
last question guess you got a comment to that. I got a question for you, and I'm gonna let you
No,
bring us home.
it's just admirable, man. Just the way, that's the way to think, man. When I was in this group, I learned, or somebody said it. It's probably been said so many times, but they say, stuff in the street we willing to die for, right? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, what we willing to live for? You know what I mean? What we willing to live for?
Yo,
You know what I'm saying? What we willing to live for? You know what I'm saying? And you said it right there. You said, I'm content. I'm not content, but I'm good. You know, as long as my kid can do this, as long as, you know what I'm saying. But for that, you gotta live. You know, you gotta live. You know what I mean? So that's something that I thought about with what you just threw down right there. Oh, but yeah, that's dope though, and very admirable, bro.
man, thank you for that, man. You dropping jewels. We're gonna have to do this again, bro, because you all
Yeah,
up in my brain right now. I
that's dope.
promise you. Like I have conversations with my boys right now that's in the breaks, and we be talking, and I'll be like, I say, bro, I done grew up with a whole lot of people because that's all we knew. We show
Mm,
love through violence. I say, huh? I try to surround myself around people who want to live with me and live for me. I don't need nobody to put in work for me no more, bro. I need you to
right,
show me
right,
something different that I don't know, or an
right,
experience that you can invite me to, and let's try something different because we've been there. So I'm just trying to show them how to, what's their love language like, because people join gangs and do things for looking for love or looking for that camaraderie and looking for certain things. It's like, how do we change that narrative on that? All right, man. So I'm gonna bring it home, man, with this last question, man.
mm,
And basically what it is like it's more of a advice or um like something around that advice thing. Like what advice would you give young people growing up in tough environments who are looking for a way to change their circumstances? Like if you had something that you would some type of advice you would give somebody that growing up in tough circumstances, what would that be? Or you can just anything around, like if you wanted to leave us with something that, like, first of all, like where are you right now through everything we talking about? Because I know you retired. You can just talk a little bit about how much time you spent in the service. You retired. Where you at with that? Start off with that, and then what advice would you give somebody that's going through some of the things that we both been through?
yeah.
If
So
that
like I
makes
said, oh, go ahead, Ant.
no, you good, you good, you good, you good.
Okay, like I said, yeah, join the military and right out of high school. So I've been in that over half my life. So I just retired. That was at 24 years. So 24 years in United States Navy. So in that organization. So um just doing that piece and just growing up, where I grew up, I would say, especially growing up where I grew up, I would say opportunity prevents us presents itself every once in a while. It's not always there. Sometimes you got to go grab it. Um, I would say with opportunity, explore all your options. I kind of just rolled the dice on my Navy decision. But it would be cool if I had like the Navy lined up, or maybe Navy Santa Monica College, or maybe I want to go to Cal State so and so, or maybe I'm gonna start. I had an internship at the airport, so let me see if they got any openings at LAX or something like that. It's a lot of little different things I could have laid on the table without having that financial backing from my household, or having no immediate examples of people that went to college or the military or things like that. I would just say have your options um be plentiful, where you can look at what you want to do and see which one will fit what your goals are. And um what I didn't do is I didn't look for it. I didn't look for the opportunity. I didn't look for my options. I just thought, school was it. You know, Um, then I never even thought about the military until I thought about the military. So, like even JROTC, I thought that was like corny or whatever, and then I'm gonna end up being in the military. So, uh, it's just having those opportunities and having a plenty of options to look at. Because if I did that, I'm not saying nothing would have changed or something, but I would have had at least some different things with the ammo I had, with the good grades, with what I need some financial backing. I need this, I need that, I need somewhere to stay, I need food or whatever it is. I can start looking that up ahead of time. That's something I didn't really have mapped out all the way. I was just going as it comes, going as it comes. So um it luckily worked out, but it's a lot in between that. And I know we gonna chop it up again. But that's it, bro, man. Longer story shorter, man, just have that take be ready for that opportunity. That opportunity comes up, try to be as ready as you can be, and then look for more options. Look for more options. So you don't say I went to the military or I went here because I couldn't do nothing else. Because as you know, there's a lot of stuff out there. We just may not be privy to that information right off the bat, or we don't have somebody giving it to us. We got somebody, like you said, handing us the sack, handing us the pistol, handing us this and that. They don't hand us a brochure, or hand us a manual, or hand us a Wall Street newspaper. You know what I'm saying? Like something. That we could benefit off of down the road, even if you're using us for the time being. But that's a whole nother subject. But opportunity and options, people. Opportunity and options. You know what I'm saying? That's what my advice would be. Opportunity, options, two O's, and take advantage of that way, and don't be scared to fail. Don't be scared to fail. Don't be scared to lose, because that's part of the bigger plan.
Real talk, real talk. Opportunity and options. I like that. I like that because it's all too seldom that opportunity and the options, like you said, they come around. You got to take advantage of them. Like you got to be willing to fail. Like you know what I mean. Like anxiety is the result of the majority of the time some type of fear of failing. You get into
Hmm.
anxiety and certain things take place. So if you're experiencing some of those things, you check your feelings, check your physiological responses, and see like, man, where is this coming from? And tap in with somebody, man. I'm grateful to know you as a friend, my brother. I'm grateful to just
Like what?
you share your experience with me and share parts of yourself with me. Like I take that wholeheartedly because I always tell people like I'm happy now to have friends that I know that are there and people I can talk to that I'm not afraid to say like, hey, I don't have this figured out, or I'm having a problem with this. Because I think like I had people that did that, but it was only because we was, I don't want to say talk, but it was just from a place where people didn't really talk that much. But I'm glad to
Hmm.
know that people talk in different ways. Like even in my clinical rehab counseling degree that I'm gonna get, like I'm learning different ways that people communicate through art. People communicate through body language, through
Mm.
writing, through spelling. Like everybody ain't good at writing. Everybody ain't good at talking. Everybody ain't good at artistic flow. It's like how do you communicate? Like what's your language?
Right.
Like what's the message and how you get that message across to me where I can receive it. Um, so So with that, man, I want to just thank you again, man, for coming on the Lived Experience Zone, man. Like I said, we've been trying to put this thing down, man, for a while now, man. It's finally
Mm-hmm.
here. We're
Yep.
gonna let this thing go, man. Yeah, and I appreciate you, bro, and I'm looking forward, man, to chopping up with you again. I'll give you one last shot. Like I say, this is the Experience Zone, man. I'm gonna throw the mic back to you one more time, man. If there's any motto or mantra or something that you want to just leave the people with, here's your chance, my brother.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like, thank you for having me. Yeah, you're right. We're supposed to get this done a little while ago, but it happened. And we here now. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate this. Cool, man. It's just it's relief just chopping it up. I think people need to do that more often. Like just it's not talking to yourself, but sometimes you put your do like we're doing right now. Start talking about talk out loud about things you have in your head, man, so you can get that some of that stuff off your mind, you know what I mean? And it's good to have somebody you can, conversely go back and forth with and things like that. Like I was just like definitely um whoever the person you feel more comfortable talking to about certain things, whatever it is, talk to that certain person from it so you don't have all these things on your mind where it becomes unmanageable. So yeah, I mean that'll be my big advice. And then the other piece I want to say before I leave because we here. I'm hoping the Dodgers is up right now, and
I know,
you know,
I'm anxious
I,
myself to go see.
yeah, I didn't want to re-roll to check the score, but we gonna see. Well, we should be good though. That's why I got my thing on today. You know what I mean? So yeah, there we go. You know what I'm saying? So
Banners.
okay,
We stocking
go King
banners,
Crown.
man. Show for sure. Well, all right,
Yeah,
KB, man, my partner from Inglewood, man. We gonna tap in again, man.
what's
One
up?
love, man. Give my love to the fan band, man. And I'm gonna
Appreciate
chop it up
it.
with you,
Likewise.
man, in the near future, man. Appreciate you, bro. Congratulations on retirement and everything you're doing.
Thank you.
All right, y'all. We
Appreciate it.
out, man. This is another one in the books, man. We back like we left something. We ain't gonna leave nothing on the table. We gonna let the people see what's going on, and they gonna be able to understand it. And if they don't, they check their understanding because it ain't resonating. I don't know why, but it ain't. But you check it out. We
Yeah.
out.
All right.